just wanted to talk a little bit about a few things. First off, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I very much appreciate all the views and the likes and the comments and the subscribers. And I never thought my channel would grow this much so fast. So I appreciate it so much and thank you. I also wanted to talk a little bit about behind the scenes. Some of you know I've talked before about the fact that I have multiple disabilities and also I have chronic pain. So not to do this, I'm not looking for sympathy. I love my life even though I have to suffer from these things. They're not who I am. It's just something I have to deal with every day. And I have severe degeneration of my spine. And so that and the spinal stenosis that I have in both legs can cause a lot of pain and make it very hard for me to walk and get around sometimes. Some days are better than others. Some days I can be up on my feet for 3 to 5 minutes. Some days I can be up on my feet for 20 or 30. But generally it's about 8 to 10. So I do things in little spurts. I'll get up and I'll start cleaning something, and then when my legs start to get tired, I sit down and rest for 10 or 15 minutes, and then I go back again. And so things take me a very long time, but eventually they get done. So we also have a fixer-upper home, and so we've got projects going on with that almost at all times. So when I shoot my videos, you'll see some things that we're working on around the house. So we get to them eventually, but nothing fancy here. We're very frugal. We're on a very tight budget with me being disabled, and my fiance Michael's health is compromised a little bit too. There's lots of things he can't do. He still works. He works at the casino in surveillance. So we just kind of make the best of what we have. And I'm glad that we have our little piece of property out here. We've got a timber behind us, and we've got about an acre that we live on here. So all of that aside, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what I do with things around the home to make my chronic pain not quite as bad. For starters, I almost always have a chair with me or next to me. I don't use my scooter around the house because it's just too big and bulky, but our home is small enough that I can kind of use the walls to hold on, or I can't go too far to fall. But I try to have a chair just because sometimes my back will give out on me. Like right now, I'm on a stool. Our kitchen, we have a Hoosier, so it works great because I can sit on that and chop veggies and mix things up. My Hoosier has all my baking supplies in it, so when I'm sitting there, I have access to everything that I need to bake. And I also have a baking cabinet, and it, excuse me, it has all of our spices and things in it, and some pantry items, and then our pans and baking pans are down at the bottom. So I kind of keep everything organized like that so that it's easy for me to prepare without a lot of extra steps. And our kitchen is extremely small, which I wish I had a nice big kitchen. But in actuality, it's really nice because I can sit in the middle of the kitchen, kind of between the stove, fridge, and the sink, and be just a couple steps away from almost everything I need. So that works out great. I guess I'm just going to go ahead and go right into the video I have for you today. I'm going to do a clean with me video of my kitchen. It took me 13 minutes, or that's how much time I spent out there today, was 13 minutes. I did it in 2 different sections. I took a break in the middle. And you're going to just see, we're in the middle of a kitchen remodel. So I'm going to point out our baking cabinet, our Hoosier, and we are in the process of taking out cabinets. We are putting the Hoosier baking cabinet and stove is on one side. On the other side, we're going to leave the bottom cabinets. Eventually, the top cabinets will be coming out. We are going to raise the ceiling in the kitchen because it's very low right now. So we're kind of in the middle of a few of those projects. And the kitchen is one of those things where we just have to do a little bit at a time. So I will go ahead and jump into the video, and I can make some comments there. Thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, I appreciate it. We'll start with this cabinet that we got for $30. I'm going to redo the doors at some point. And then here's the Hoosier. And we took out the cabinets on this side of the room, plus the pantry closet. And this is going to be the before of my messy kitchen. I just got a bunch of things out to thaw. That's another good thing about the enamel. It thaws things quickly because the cold goes into the enamel and pulls it out from the item that's frozen. You can see here, this is actually only the mess from yesterday because I don't sleep on a good schedule and I'm hurting pretty much a lot more by the end of the day. I generally only sleep from about 12 to 4:30 or 5 in the morning, and so I have to usually take a couple naps during the day. My medications and pain and stuff just doesn't allow me to sleep. But anyway, I prefer to do my dishes in the morning because as the day goes on, I hurt more and more, and by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm pretty much done for the day. And so once I make supper, I'm pretty much spent. So I usually do my dishes the first thing the next morning. And I usually start on the side like I did over there at the Hoosier, work my way past the stove, and then work my way around on the other side. And my children, bless them so much, got me this dishwasher a year ago from Mother's Day, and it has been a lifesaver. Standing over this sink really hurts my back a lot, so it's hard to do dishes. And like I said, I think this took me about 13 minutes in real time. So it's, a couple of breaks in there, and then I came back out and finished. Now we still have the lower cabinets, and we're going to keep them. We are going to take the uppers out at some point and replace them with shelves. And we're going to take the ceiling out and raise it back up because it was lowered at one point for some reason. And we are going to be getting new flooring. We already have it. It's like in the rest of the house. So we need to do that. And then we will probably get beadboard or something like that for the wall behind the stove. We just kind of want it to look more old-fashioned. I generally don't like to keep a lot of things out on my counters, but because I have such little counter space, I have to a little bit. This is my only big counter, and then I do have the top of the Hoosier. That chair by the Hoosier is just a godsend. I can sit there and do all kinds of things. And the enamel is wonderful. I wish they would have never done away with it and still made it a lot because, like I said, it thaws things faster. It's nice that it folds down and makes an area to sit. And it also wipes off beautifully. I haven't found anything yet that will stain it. We try not to cut on it, but sometimes we do a little bit and it doesn't bother it at all. So this is just a general tidy up for the day, not really a deep clean or anything. And then off the end of my Hoosier on the other side of the kitchen is where I hang my aprons. And then I was going to show you our countertops. For now, we wanted a cheap way to make them look better until we can get butcher block. And this is actually contact paper that I put down about a year and a half ago, and it's held up perfectly. Wipes off beautifully. Looks great. I am so surprised it lasted so long. Here's a picture of the Hoosier when we got it, and we decided not to repaint it because it has a lot of character and the special painting. It's from the 20s, so it's all original, and it actually is a real Hoosier. And Sellers kitchen cabinets. Sellers was one of the first to make Hoosier cabinets. Here's all my baking supplies that I keep in there. That way I've got everything handy when I sit down and want to make something. I keep my main ingredients here in glass on the counters. And then this baking cabinet, I'm going to take that paneling out of the door frames, and I'm actually going to replace it with some colored burlap. It's going to be so cool once I get it done, I hope. That encases all of our pantry items over there. And I just painted the bottom cabinets this green color, a couple months ago. So here is our in-progress kitchen. Hope you enjoyed the tour. We'll see you next time. Thanks.